welcome, one and all, to another edition of SoulSym Showcase. As usual, I am your host, SoulSym Mirak, and with us this evening, the Zacharias Zevril,
That's ironically the name of one of my characters.
the Condorius Wondox,
I come from a land down under.
the Zoff Vyrtuous,
The who? Who's that?
and last but most assuredly never least, the Tardigrade Maha.
That is I.
It is Friday, which means that we are here with another episode of Aspects and Alloys. And when we last left our intrepid adventurers 2 weeks ago, took a hiatus, took a little break last week to welcome in a new aspect to the world. Shout out to Wondox and his lovely, lovely family. But that delayed us getting back into the biz here, wherein we last left our peeps. Wondox and Maharashtra were out front of the Sapphire Blood Brigade's compound, engaged in combat with their with who appears to be their leader and a male who is giving off enforcer vibes. So, and the large man named Thrak, as we could glean, immediately engaged with Maharashtra in close quarters. And almost immediately, chaos began to ensue as a simulacrum of Maharashtra appeared underneath the ground to join the fray. Wondox is going back and forth with this domineering woman who has taken a Mach 5 punch to the face, as well as flung him into a wall and shoulder checked him into a support beam. And in Wondox's attempt to escape, he ran into a few more members of the Sapphire Bloods, one of which, without saying a word, looked in Maharashtra's gargantuan direction, colossal direction, and held out her hand, spawning 3 additional copies of Maharashtra. Inside, Zevril and Vyrtuous are trying to gather as much information on the lower levels of this facility as they can in order to locate the hostages that Mama Odee sent them to recover, and also to get a sense of exactly what they're dealing with, because the structure is significantly larger than the encampment that they are currently occupying above ground. So, without further ado, we will jump right back in with Zevril and Vyrtuous. And if I'm remembering correctly, Vyrtuous has sent tracker bugs through the floor, through the sand, through the ground to try and map out the lower levels or locate the hostages.
That's where we started, and then the turn order got swapped back over there. We still had a couple more things we wanted to do.
Yes. So. What would
Hello. Oh,
yes.
okay. Well, first things first. Fucking Lume, were you good with the plan?
Yes.
Okay. So 4x haste on everything, not just me and Lume, but me, Lume, and all of the beetles, right? So essentially, they have the extra movement speed and the 4 extra actions as well. That's important. As well as that, I'm going to upcast locate object to pretty much the highest 10th level, whatever. So I constantly know where all of these beetles are. And it does not have a time duration or a range duration or a range radius. I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility and Skywalk on everything. Greater Invisibility, pretty self-explanatory. Do you need me to post what Skywalk does in the chat, or?
Well, yeah. Go ahead and drop it in the chat.
Okay.
Um,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Windwalk, not
Yes,
Skywalk.
Windwalk. Yeah.
It was the
Turn people
it's
into clouds and ride
basically
on the wind.
in 300 extra feet of movement speed. Basically, we're bootleg Wondox right now. But less us, more the Beatles. It's more so important for the Beatles. But yes, I'm putting it in the chat. Here is your Windwalk. And then, as well as that, the reason why this is I have to do this part because while end wind mark until the spell ends for the 8 hours, the only action you can take is quite literally dashing, stepping out of the ending the transformation and reverting the transformation, like going back to your human form and then going into the cloud form over the duration of the 8 hours. These are beetles, so they don't necessarily have that good intelligence. So I will cast command on them as well to imprint the simple instructions on them if they find a hostage to activate one of the 2 glyph of wardings that I'm going to imprint. Glyph of warding 1, if they find a hostage, they will activate Greater Invisibility to turn the hostage invisible. And then they will circle around the hostage counterclockwise. So because of the locate object, I will now see beetle rotating counterclockwise. I know hostage. If they find hostile, they will rotate clockwise and they will play an extremely obnoxiously loud on repeat for the next 20 hours legend lore focused on Rajan. And it will go through all of his accomplishments, basically like a 20-hour podcast that they cannot turn off, listening to everything that the BBEG has done since his inception. Now, on top of that, because that's going to be loud as fuck and distracting, we're also basically in our flash time. So I'm also going to open up a second second mind link between me and Vert, so and then share all of the locations with the locate objects with him that I'm concentrating, so he also knows where all of the beetles are as well, too. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do these beetles have any special abilities or properties?
Talk to him.
That's what I'm doing.
They're. I mean, like biological.
Like, what kind of beetles did you make? What did you allow them to do?
They were a mixture of tiger beetles and ants. Tiger beetles and what are they called? Clear shell ants? Clear body ants? Clear shell beetles? Whatever. They're damn near invisible. They move really fast. They can fly.
Okay.
And now basically everything here has the equivalent of an 1,000-second movement speed. Oh, well, it's more than that, but yeah.
Yes. So
because 4x haste doubles our movement speed. Skywalk gives us 300, so yeah.
I would like to give them burrowing abilities as well too, in case they had a tunnel to the ground.
okay. So burrowing is good. Boom, 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 boom.
And the command is very specific. They're instructed to search every square inch of this underground area for both hostiles and hostages. And of course, if they find the hostile, clockwise, glyph of warding, legend lore, so on and so forth.
Synchronized luck check, please.
Wait, roll it in session rolls. I see you typing.
Session rolls.
Okay, that wasn't you. You just rolled it. Okay. Fuck, you rolled an 18? Oh, he said synchronize. How close do I have to get?
5.
Your luck is usually better than mine. You got this.
Well, hold on. How close do I have to get?
You said 5.
Oh, within 5? Okay. Oh.
I mean, for sake of my brain, I want to say 4, but you know.
Okay. Well,
either way.
Yeah, you're good.
So we just go talk about the fact that I said call 15 and okay. You know, I'm just great.
Bam.
Okay. So with your synchro roll and the plan that you have laid out and all of the awareness that you have of the situation, how many beetles were made?
How big is the average ant hive? 10,000? Let's say 10,000.
Okay.
Between 20,000 and 100,000 ants. Yeah, let's just say 10,000.
Okay.
Roll a D100,000, sir.
Can I do that?
So, Zevril, I need you to roll me a wisdom check. And
the core 4 way or the normal way?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And Lume, I need you to roll me a charisma check.
Not.
I mean, this is Vert. Vert's pretty charismatic. Does that reflect in my stats? Let's see. Yes, it absolutely does. Marvelous.
You said
so
you need a wisdom save or wisdom check?
You need a wisdom save. Vert needs a charisma check.
Okay.
my D&D charisma is a +6. How does that translate?
What's the score?
22.
22. That's a 5. So that's 1d8, 3d6.
Let's see, wisdom
plus 5.
20.
1d8 plus 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
That's also the same for me.
Plus 5.
Plus 5. Do I count
You also
the
explode.
Warfang pendant?
Do you want to?
Well, hell yeah.
Okay.
Though I am concerned as to why you asked me that.
I agree. I immediately was just like, maybe not.
Can't think of a time I'd ever not want to use it unless.
I'm gonna use my lucky and re-roll that.
That's crazy. You guys rolled the exact same number.
No, I re-rolled mine. Fuck that.
Yeah, I know, but like without it, you rolled the exact same number.
Oh, what, the 3?
No, you both rolled 16s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just okay.
Yeah, he only got a 32 because of the pendant.
Well, he has a plus 16 and a plus 5.
Yeah, and you have a plus 5. So he's only got 16 on you because of the pendant.
Oh.
can't be a dick.
Well, there's
That's
your.
entirely too cool.
Oh, were we trying to synchro again?
You weren't trying to, but yo, ideally, Wit's charisma check would have been lower than your wisdom save, so that you were not overloaded with information based off of the number of beetles he just spawned. But because you synchronized minus the pendant, like legitimately, you guys fucking synchronized.
To be completely fair, I am sharing all of the information with him. That was the purpose of the mind link. Like I'm using him. Like so. Then yeah, like that is quite literally what the dice have showcased. I'm quite literally using him to stabilize myself.
Yeah.
Like when I opened the mind link, I'm forcibly sharing all this. Like, all right, and here, beaming this into you now.
So you did a mind meld instead of a mind link.
Yeah, basically, he's concentrating on the same spells as I am basically right now.
So
he sees everything I see.
And your attributes are average.
Whatever that means.
Meaning your strength plus Virt's strength divided by 2 is the new strength that you guys have while this is active.
Oh. Hey, Vert, send me all your stats so we can just figure that out right quick.
I got them right here in this handy dandy notepad.
And so with the synchro, the unintended perfect synchro, you are able to track the 10,000 ants as they burrow into the ground and begin blazing, just drilling through the sand. And the image that begins to unfurl before you is similar to the scene in the original Resident Evil movie when they realized how big the facility is. And it's sealed tight. Underneath the sand is a metal that these ants cannot get through. It was assembled airtight, and it gives the sense that it was constructed before the desert was the desert, because it's just it's not comprised of the same material around it, and it's too pristine. Like there's no entry point that the ants are able to find for okay. For a good half a minute, they're not able to find a way in. It is only it's when you're starting to get a little disheartened by the information that you're gathering that you notice several ants have actually made it inside of the structure through a tiny crack at the very, very bottom of this facility. And after about another 4 or 5 rounds, so 25 to 30 seconds, you start seeing insects rotating counterclockwise. And then you see a lot more rotating clockwise, and you start to hear the broadcast. What are you doing with this information?
Me?
Yeah. Well, either one of you.
I'm gonna let him take the forefront in this Gogeta fusion, because Zevril's just annoyed with how he feels slower and slightly stupider in this moment. So right now he's dealing with all of my stats went down. So right now he's at the forefront of this. Zevril is in shock. He's just sitting here like, I thought this man was a genius. I thought he was as smart as I am. What the fuck? Like he's in shock. He's flabbergasted. There's nothing but silence from his side of the brain.
Yeah.
He has
He's right. All my stats are lower than his. He got nerfed in this fusion.
I'm sitting here like, I feel weaker. My lungs feel weird. I feel like did I lose? Like, what the fuck? We didn't physically meld, but I feel like my constitution went down. Yeah. I lost brain mass. I'm sitting here. Oh god. So yeah, no, Zevril for a split second is just like absolutely silent. So like fucking Vert has full access in this. He gets to react first, wholeheartedly.
After that moment of I guess frustration or slight disappointment at running into whatever this airtight material was, a sense of wonder would kind of hit Vyrtuous, and he would begin to wonder, what kind of material is this that it was so like, it predates the forest. It must be something like really special or really fancy. I kind of want it.
And that's when Zevril would pay attention and go, huh? Materials? Hold on, what? And is it a material that I'm familiar with of the massive store of material that I have? If I actually like pay attention and look at this. Because I got adamantine, bone bronze, cesium, celeresium. I still don't know how to pronounce that one. Iron, ironwood, mithril, obsidian, silver, steel, stego, wardstone, tungsten wood, true ice wood, and Zot. Zyok. Is it any of these or no? And if not, could I make a check to possibly discern?
Yeah, you can make a investigation check.
So I still keep my proficiency and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
My expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, as many times as I've prompted you to make a investigation check, I thought you would have like invested in it by now, but it's okay.
To be fair, I have not made an investigation check since Core 4. I will say that. Yes, I am very investigated in investigation, but I don't think I've made an investigation check since Core 4. Oh. Our new intelligence is a 28, puts us at
+7?
2d8, 2d6,
mm-hmm.
plus 6.
Plus 6, okay. 2d8, 2d6 plus 6.
Oh, is that not? Do I not get the expertise bonus?
Oh, sorry, plus 18.
Yes.
Oh, plus 12. Sorry, plus 12.
Oh, it was 12.
Mm-hmm. Expertise doubles the proficiency bonus. Oh wait,
I have the.
hold on.
I have the.
Right. What's your
The
proficiency bonus?
6. My regular proficiency bonus is 6 because I have
Okay.
the
Alright, so
trait
so
that
then
gives
it is
me.
18. Yeah.
Okay, that's what. That's okay. Okay. I wasn't tripping.
12 from
All right,
proficiency and 6 from the modifier.
E8, E6. All right, there you go. I lied. There you go. 37.
37.
Which is ironically my passive investigation.
Okay. So with a 37.
And then is
Mhm.
secondary question before you start your description, as well as that, with Tremor Sense, True Sight, Dark Vision, and Blind Sight, can I see beyond the material as well?
True sight, dark vision, and what?
Tremor Sense.
To
I
see
have Blind
beyond
Sight,
it?
Dark Vision, Tremor Sense, and True Sight.
You can see it. You cannot see
Okay.
inside. It appears as though this material is absorbing vibrations and
need it.
absorbing, yeah, and you need vibrations in order to image things.
No, I just need it. Fuck the image. I need the material. That's all Zevril says is I need it.
And it is.
I'm assuming you're not gonna say vibranium for copyright.
No. Trying to find it in my notes.
And yes, Maha, I did. Adamantian and adamantite, I did. Yes, those are the two metals that I have. Adamantine and adamantite, and it's very weird.
The metal is known as Tizonium.
Tizonium.
Tizonium. Sorry, Nium.
Can you put that in the chat for me? And we're operating basically in bootleg flash time right now, right?
Yes.
How far away is this wall from us?
The
like this box, this material, the thing you're describing?
It is 8 miles beneath you.
And they searched the entire facility and didn't find any other hostiles or hostages.
They found plenty of hostiles, and they also found plenty of hostages.
Okay. Well, tell me about that.
Yes.
Well, we can circle back to the box.
So we got.
We're going to circle back to that box.
I know we are. I mean,
no, I'm telling Vyrtuous. I'm looking him dead in the eye. We're going to circle back to that box. And that is in a private mind link with me and him, so the others don't know that I found something that I'm about to fucking hyperfixate on.
I wonder if we can turn this whole place into a living thing and just control it.
He's gonna blink at you. I mean,
have aspects ever, I don't know, combined their aspects? Could we create a production or turn this production into a creation?
I have essentially made an ego weapon, and you've made living things. And like, as he says that he summons Matthew, which is currently his ego weapon, is Druga.
Oh, jeez.
And we just look at him and just like, I think if it's us, that might be I mean, given that we're in a sense of heightened time and our, he grimaces as he says this, intellects are combined, I think we can do it.
Well, once we get these people out, I definitely want to try.
Okay, so that is.
He's gonna look over at Vyrtuous. You want to race to see how many people can race? Or you want to race and see who can save the most hostages? Kind of give him a sly smirk. Get in the runner's position. We have the equivalent of 1,500 movement speed a second. Yes.
Okay, so
Race me.
you have.
Oh God! Don't tell me you were rolling how many hostages and how many hostiles we say.
Yeah, so there's 28 hostages and 65 hostiles.
28 hostages and 65 hostiles.
Yes.
Okay. And they're all getting blasted with
conscious.
Legend Lore right now.
Yes.
Oh, even the unconscious ones should be getting blasted with Legend Lore. I didn't specify. Everybody's awake. Everybody is getting a 20-hour podcast right now. Mm-hmm.
I would
The
also
real
like
number.
that
There was a
podcast.
reason why I specified.
Okay, so there are 80.
Okay,
There's
so there are
specifically 77 hostiles. 77 hostiles, 28 hostages.
wait, what? It's
77 hostiles, 28 hostages.
that's different. Let me fix that. 77 and then 28. Okay, there we go. Wait, does Vert have a response to the bet? I guess he doesn't care.
Is Vert muted?
Vert was muted.
Yeah.
He had a finger to his chin and he was kind of looking up in the air. I guess I have to give you a head start then to make it fair. Go on.
Zevril looks like he's offended and he looks like he's scoffing, but immediately takes off running. Like, yeah, like, oh yeah, I'm totally fit. Bye. Gone. Thunderclap. Fuck it. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I'll take the head start to make it fair. The fuck you mean?
And with the grin, after like a 2 or 3 second count, you will race after.
Okay. Wondox. You, sir, are standing next to a Sapphire Blood mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
That is that just did some kind of ability.
Okay.
That made more giant Mahas appear.
Is he okay? Can I make a roll to see if it's concentration?
Sure. Insight check, please, sir.
Yay! Oh God, I forgot. Hold on, how are we rolling this? Because it's not.
Insight is wisdom. What's your wisdom score?
Wisdom score is 36, which makes it 13.
No. under
Yeah.
normal circumstances, yes. But core 4, you said 36.
36 is the big boy number.
36 is the big boy number. That gives you a +8, which is 4d8. And then your insight skill.
It's a 17.
Okay. So you do 4d8 e8 plus 17.
Okay, said 48 plus what?
4d8 e8 plus
Okay.
17.
8 plus 17. And there we go. 37.
Cool. Yes. It appears to be concentration, as far as you can tell. You also see what looks like a red thread attached to her waistband that appears to be running along the sand, and but it's very thin, and it's heading towards Big Lady.
The lady I've been swinging out with.
Mm-hmm.
Man, is it material or just like magical material? The best way I would ask it.
It is magic. It's something magic-like. It is a spell-like ability for sure.
Okay, so they're connected somehow through magic. And dear God, if I had to make a wondrous guess, I'll. Nah, it couldn't be. It wouldn't be. You wouldn't put these minor people here for me to kill all one by one of them. You know what? Hey, I'ma just do this as a free action because I can.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a free action. I have the storm. A big ass thunderstorm is just gonna appear right above us. And we gotta make some moves happen. So bonus action. I want to see how good her dexterity saving throw is. So her DC, the one next to me, the beat, is good old 25 DC, I believe is how I have it.
Okay, so
She needs to
this
make
is
a.
is that what's your casting modifier?
Yeah, it's gonna be my. I'm assuming it's my modifier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going off the assumptions of this thing, but I don't know if that's the real.
What's the attribute that you're pulling the modifier from?
It is because I am a cleric. It would be my wisdom score, which is a 36.
36. Okay, so all right, so that's the 8 again. Okay, so roll a 4d8, add that 25.
My war song bonus is a 52.
Oh no, they have to make a deck.
I'm aware.
Oh,
It's a deck save. They have to make a deck save against me.
I'm aware.
Okay, my bad. Okay, you said EA plus what?
25.
Plus 25. 41.
Okay. So then that means she needs to hit. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, she failed. So 10d10 lightning damage and receives and stunned until her next turn. Okay. So that means we do this. That is it. Do we know Johnny's charisma modifier?
I think it's a 28. Give me a second.
Okay, so charisma score 28 is a modifier of 6.
God, yeah, it's a 28. My bad. I'm back.
No, you're good. You're good. 28. Okay, so
No, 27. My correction. 27.
okay.
I don't know. My lowest one.
It's still the same.
Yeah.
All right, so you managed to do that's 114 points of damage to this young lady.
Yeah. I'm assuming she failed.
Yeah, no, she failed hard.
Oh, she is also in the stun condition until my next turn.
Yep. Till the end of her next turn. Until the end of her turn next round.
No, it states that's if she passed.
No,
Let me see.
yeah, so if she passes, she's stunned until the beginning of her turn. So she gets her turn back if she passed. But if she failed, she doesn't get to go again until after you go.
My misread, and that's on me. Okay, and that lovely was my bonus action. Cool. Now we're gonna see how this fun thing works right now. So you remember how I talked about making a little bit of a tornado run around somebody and see if that works? I'm gonna test this theory out on this little bit of circle around these people here, if I can.
Little circle around which people?
God, I can't make a circle. Let me make a circle.
Yeah, hit the little ruler and then show me what you're talking about.
Okay. Let's make a no, circle. Okay, cool. Nope. That's not the point. That's not the my bad. Let's see if I can do that. Can you see it or no?
I can see it.
That's my circle I'm looking for.
So
It's initially around these three here.
Yeah. So you can encircle them. However, you need to work a little smaller. So what I would advise is
If I can just catch those two, I'll work with that. If we just need to catch these two right here, the two humanoids, because big dog, I'll wait for him to attack me.
Yeah, so we can do that.
Okay.
Just 15 feet is clashing with too many buildings.
So let's just say, yeah, is it? If I need to like not worry about Doggo, I'll leave Doggo out of it and just want to catch these two if that's possible. But if I can catch Doggo, then that's cool.
Yeah, you can catch the two of them easily.
Okay.
You might be able to pull Doggo in. If he fails his save.
Okay. And I believe I would change into wolf form just to make sure my stats are higher, just in case. Yeah, I'm still in wolf form. So
are you only going to use one lightning bolt?
For right, you know what? I want to catch them in a circle first, and then like make it like the Thunder tornado kind of setup. Is what I'm going. I was like, okay, because again, the whole area is covered basically with the thunder, with the storm. So I'm like, let me catch them first, and then let me see if I can just hit them with that.
Okay. So give me your I would say give me you're gonna spend all of your movement for the rest of this turn.
Oh,
managing this.
No problem then. No problem.
And I need you to give me another DC roll. So the 4d8 E8 plus 25.
Is it? Am I doing my dex or no?
Yeah, actually we use your dex.
Okay, so it's a 2d10 then 2d8 setup. Okay, so 2d. Is it 2d10 plus 2d? That's how I write it down.
Yeah, it's 2d10 E10 plus 2d8 E8.
Okay. Need
plus 25.
Plus 25. Okay. I saw it already. 8. 25. The number's 55.
55. Okay. Dexterity save. Didn't need to do that way. Because yeah, I gotta change that up. My bad.
So
ignore me. That. Come over here. That's a 12. So. Okay. So she's pulled. And and he fails as well.
Okay.
And then Big Dog.
If he passes, I have a Fate Weaver. I'm gonna throw it out into his trap or something. I was holding it there on me. Because I want the dog. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll pull him in here. Him here. Her here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we grab this. And we do this. And we change the color to
Green.
okay, well then I don't need to change the color.
Because again, wind and green always seem to pair nicely with each other.
Wrong direction. SoulSym Showcase. Okay. And we'll put you here just for
Convenience sakes.
right. So now they are needing to make Constitution saving throws to continue breathing. Well, and we'll use the same DC 55.
Mm-hmm.
So
I will put this out there.
mm-hmm.
If she just let me know. If, I'll watch the numbers. I'm gonna have a Fate Weave. Probably prep for one of them. Just gonna put that out there.
All right. So she's right there. Yeah, that's where she is. Din, din, din. And
Nah, not for her. I can't catch that one. Maybe a 6 shot. I probably could have got it.
She rolled really well.
Damn well, it's at 16. I see that 16, 15. Shit. I needed those to be ones, Chief.
Yep, and there's no line of sight for the important man. And I'm just gonna presume that Brody ain't gonna make it.
Can the doggo make it? Is what the real question is.
Doggo's con. Maybe.
I'm gonna use Fate Weave on the dog, so don't even push it. I'll go ahead, throw it.
Hold on.
It's. I'm gonna go ahead, throw it out there.
Okay. If
In
it's
case
not, if it's not needed, you'll get it back.
Okay. Because that dog is annoying the fuck out of me. It should be dead, but wanted to stay alive. It's okay, I get it back.
Yeah.
All right. So she takes half, they take full, I believe that's how we said it, worded.
Yeah. So she's she is still standing. The dog is having trouble, and young nigga is he is incapacitated at the moment because he was already terrified. He was already terrified. Now he can't breathe.
Just losing air out of his lung.
He was scared, and now he he was
horrifying.
terrified. He was terrified. Now he is traumatized.
Man, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a lightning bolt just to get it out of him. Just I feel bad, boy. He's just here. Let me hit him one time with the lightning strike.
Like this is wild. This is wild. Matter of fact, I shouldn't even had him. Yeah, he didn't. That's why he didn't save against the Whirlwind, because he's over his life right now. So
just hit him with it. He gets the panic thunder strike.
How many are you hitting him with?
Just 2 for right now, because I feel like 2 should do enough for him.
And you don't have any increased threat ranges, do you?
Increased threat? Wait, say that one more time.
Like you don't have like an increased threat range. Like you don't crit on any extras.
Nah, I'm not Maha. I'm not Maha.
D10, E10.
And also, I'm gonna say my last one's for her. That would be my last lightning bolts for her, and that would be on
What's
all
your
my
proficiency modifier?
God, I think it's still a 5 or 4. It's a 4 still.
You're level 14, sir. It shouldn't be.
No, that should be
4.
5. That should be 5. Is it 6? I'm bugging. I'm sorry, I haven't fixed it.
Yeah, so hold on. Go to the cell around real quick, because you said some shit that.
You have my laptop. There you are, laptop.
Sir. Yeah, it's a +6.
Okay, so there's your number.
Unless you increased it, like that.
Nope, it's just a 6. I haven't done that yet.
All right, so
that was my next thing to do.
You've used 3 at present.
Oh,
of the 6.
Oh, then hell, hit her ass with 2. And I'm gonna hit 1 back on homegirl back there. Okay, that I hit already.
You did 2, 2, and 2.
Yeah, everyone gets a fair share.
All right, bet.
I'm trying to make sure she loses concentration against these damn dogs. No, against those Mahas over there. And I have a theory about her down below, if I remember story correctly, about Archon and Lightning.
Okay. You tell me who gets what bolt.
Okay. I want her to get the 90.
You know, Big Mama's to get 90?
Yeah, my main issue. She gets the 90. 79 off to young girl on concentration. Okay. 69 back on Big Mama herself, and the 65s, which are my lowest, I'll take on homeboys already. Kind of fucked already.
Okay. So homie is taking. Baby girl. Baby girl.
Baby girl. What's your name? Tell me something. What's your name? Tell me how your hair sticks up with lightning when it hits you. Baby girl. I'm gonna light your world up real quickly now. Baby girl. Hey, so I had a dumb question. Can I add fade weave on that 90? Just out of curiosity or not?
What would you like to do with the like?
Again, it's a 1d10. It's literally that.
In there.
Yeah, this rolls a 1d10.
Sure.
I really am kind of mad with her about this shit. That hurt. She hurt me. I'd make it a 97.
97. Okay.
97.
That's another 14. She got hit with a hefty 79.
So she gotta make a DC 79, right?
Sir, I'm worried you're not gonna make it because they do have. If I
No,
okay,
she lost her concentration. That is an unachievable number for her.
Gotcha.
because if I remember this correctly, Maha, I believe my kind are weak against only one type of type.
Which is?
The type I'm using right now.
Which is?
Lightning. If I remember this correctly. Because remember how your kids had the issue with lightning?
That is quaint in my memory.
I know, right? I really had to stop and think like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Our kind are weak against one type and one type only. It's not psychic. And I'm like, oh yeah, lightning. That thing I get to summon from the clouds if I wanted to. And I was like, I was really stopping thinking like, damn, dog, I'm fucking up. Had this little trick in my back pocket this whole time.
I've been shitting on us, bro. So I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry.
It's not. Again, it's those times where like, oh yeah, come on, we gotta do better. Getting it hard.
We're just gonna go ahead and say that this dude is he's a non-combatant. He's just stuck on the battlefield.
Okay. So, is he dead?
No.
Damn it. He's still alive.
He is curled up in the fetal position, begging for his mother.
And he's still not dead. That's what's really bothering.
I mean, you've done a lot of damage. You've done a lot of damage.
Does she look like she took a chunk though? That's all I wanted.
Mom, dude, no. I mean, she's laughing. And like the hysteria on her face is starting to make you uncomfortable because it looks like you're exciting her.
I will take this as one of those people who just have a weird love of combat, and I'm assuming nothing's really fucked her up in a minute, and she's just like, oh hey. So I'm like, oh god, one of these sickos. Let me get ready for this shit.
Yeah, because this is a very, very much scene from Justice League. As you're maintaining this cyclone around her, and the dog, every time you look in her direction, she is staring you directly in the eyes.
Yeah, oh, that's my fun turn. And I will say, cool, bet. Keep up.
Maha.
That is my name.
You got hit in the chest pretty flim flam hard.
It did.
And then 3 other copies of you showed up, and then they disappeared. And
They
you're
did.
still dealing with this big guy in your face. So, what you doing with your turn, my friend?
Well, first things first. We the simulacrum Maharashtra is going to cast anti-magic field.
Okay.
So anything that is magical or requires a magical source cannot be cast or summoned. And if it is a magical item or thing, it becomes mundane.
What is the radius on this? Where are you casting it?
It is a 10-foot radius sphere around self.
Okay.
And it is the Simulacrum Maha, so it's directly. Actually, I believe it's beside him now, because it was put out of the ground.
Partially pulled out of the ground.
Yeah, so he should be within range, and not able to do anything magical. And this other Maha, Mini Maha, is going to grab him.
Okay.
And I will make a grapple check. Let me grab.
That is.
Do I add the original roll on top?
So you for your grapple, you're taking your dice pool from your strength modifier, plus your con mod, and then you're adding the modifiers after you roll.
Gotcha. So this is still, of course, in the times 2 because he's considered a dragon, correct? And so that, and then plus.
Is that on attack rolls and damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, to. Oh wait, this is supposed to be a 14. No, I'm not gonna. I'll exploit the 14. I'm not gonna exploit the other numbers. He has to be a 128.
Okay. And with this.
So if he has any magical effects giving him bonuses, they should not work. And I will drop anti-magic field in the chat as well.
Yeah.
I just lost connection to my Discord.
You're still here.
But for how long? For goodness sake, not responding. Here we go. I fell into magic.
Okay, so that took Avery forever to decide. Okay, so and what was he? Oh, this was the grapple, right? Yeah.
Yes, this was the grapple.
Okay. So yeah, he failed. You have control.
Yeah, so I'm basically grabbing him like Tudor wrestler style, grabbing him from his shoulders
Mm-hmm.
and having my hands behind his head. And I would like to back up really far. And I can't control my token.
So you're going to pull him?
No. Mini Maha is staying where he is. Mini Maha and Simulacra Maha are staying where they are, within his radius. And I am backing up. This one's me.
Oh.
I'm going this way. And just in case, Simulacra Maha is also going to grapple onto him. Just just in for sureness. And I'm gonna start gathering the lightning energy that is within the surrounding area for both of my actions.
Okay.
And that'll be all.
I bet. Oh, you're about to try and Raditz this man.
He has 2 grapples to fight, and I am charging lightning energy from the cloud that is in the air.
Okay. Zevril, Vyrtuous. My friendos, are you present?
Yes.
You have been racing to the crack in the structure. Can you explain to me your intention once you get there?
For the cube or for rescuing the hostages? Because I know we're rescuing the hostages first and then we're dealing with the cube. From at least my understanding of the situation.
The entire facility is the cube.
Are the hostages in the cube?
They are inside of the facility.
Are we? Wait, hold on. So we're in said cube, or are we outside of the cube? I thought we were.
Cube. You are above / or rather, you are outside the cube. When you went under, so my understanding was that you guys went underground to try and find, like, because between the ants, or rather, what the ants were able to send back was that this outpost that you're currently at is effectively a surface trade point for a much larger underground facility that extends well beyond the range that this little operation was focused on. the facility that you're on top of extends 8 miles underground, and the entire facility itself is air sealed tight, save for a tiny crack that the insects were able to get through at the very
Okay.
bottom before they managed to work their way back up and start locating people.
So we still kind of have to infiltrate. Like we need a way of getting in there.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get in the same way the insects did, shrinking down, just following their path?
Well, we are air, so we actually can. That was the whole reason of me casting Windwall. We can go through the exact same opening that the bugs went through.
Okay.
Perfect.
So the hole that the bugs went through. That do a thing. Sorry. Actually, we'll worry about that next week. But for now, the room that you guys enter into is it's a ritual chamber.
The ritual chamber. Oh.
Yes, with brazier pits on either side of a large spell circle. I'm sorry, a colossal spell circle.
Ah.
The ceiling is obstructed by shadow, and the four corners are too far to effectively discern. I believe you both have standard dark vision.
Nope. I got
Doesn't Zevril have like Omni Super Mega Vision?
Correct. I stole Wondox's eyes.
Okay, so
Well, he gave them to me. I didn't steal them.
You borrowed and replicated. With your perception skills, your awareness, your visions, your vision abilities, you are able to see magic smoldering just above this circle. You can see mana pooling, and it's almost like dry ice, kind of, gliding over the floor.
So, being that we're in a room filled with both of our specialties, would we be able to sort of express our dominance over this area, and I take those shadows and he take the magic?
You're taking shadows?
Well, I mean, I'm literally, my sister is the goddess of shadows, and I have a whole domain of shadows, and I have shadow magic, and
you remember
I'm
what
confused
happened
by
right
the
before
question.
we came to Osgiliath?
I still have a shadow domain, unless we're gonna say I no longer have a shadow, and it's now I'm walking around with a fucking light silhouette. What, the question mark? So are we saying that restructured how all of my abilities work?
You requested it because you would die otherwise. Look back through our conversation, my friend.
He's white Fatalis. He has no
That
shadow.
wasn't what I was requesting, but okay. That's not what I... Okay.
You're a String Ritter. Congratulations. Sorry.
You know what?
Never mind. I'm just gonna go back to being quiet.
Now, that doesn't mean that you it doesn't mean that you can't move through shadows. It's just that the way that you go about it has to change. So the way that you think about traveling through shadows has to be different now because shadows are legitimately a problem for you at this moment until you figure out how to reverse your polarity again. The
I wasn't able to figure out how to do that in that 1,000 years that I spent on my void.
Can I give a suggestion real quick of how you would have figured it out?
Sure.
Technically, light. You can travel through the phosphorus that is within the area of wherever you are. So if there's a bit of darkness and there's a bit of light, you can actually travel the dark part of the light with its phosphorus, and it still would be considered.
So you're shade walking instead of shadow walking.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm trying to.
So explain to me what you are trying to.
I was trying to absorb the shadows, but you just said it would kill me. That's why I stopped talking. You said I would die. That's why I said there's nothing.
Did I say death
This
or
is
did
his
I say
domain now.
discomfort?
I'm just gonna look at Vert.
Did I say death or did I say discomfort?
You said die. You said die. I'm just looking at Vert like, can you?
I'm gonna go somewhere real quick. Okay.
Better question. This shadow has magic properties, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Can Matthew just eat it?
That is possible.
Yeah, can Matthew just eat it?
Roll me a Arcana followed by a luck.
What are my stats right now? Okay, so you want this. Mm. Oh, I forgot to add my modifier to that.
Yeah, what's your intelligence modifier?
Plus 10.
Okay.
So it's a 24 and a 4. I'll use my luck to reroll the luck. It's a 24 and a 14.
Okay. So you're wanting Matthew to consume the magical darkness in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. When he begins to do that, he informs you that this magic darkness tastes weird. There's something off about it, and it's really thick. And then he begins kind of like gagging on what he says are hairs. And he begins to slow down. So it's going to take him time to consume all of the shadows. But he is starting the process, and he's also kind of complaining about it. Like the fat kid who ate too much cake but has to finish it in order to leave the table. Like I don't want to do this anymore, but I'll do it because you're saying I gotta, and kind of because I can, but I don't I don't care for it, but I am hungry, so fuck you. But yeah.
Okay. I mean, if he's able to eat it and it's not harming him, right? I kind of, it's not causing any adverse effects.
Not that he's aware of at the moment, no.
When you say things like that, whatever.
Can I leave a clone or two of myself to study this room? Because Brett would immediately be very intrigued by that spell cycle, wanting to, before like taking it over or commanding it, wanting to read it, understand its purpose, but also still wanting to focus on the hostages. So main mission first, and leave a clone to do the lore keeping.
Okay. So
pretty much same.
Right. So for the 2 clones, give me 1 Arcana check and 1 investigation check, and instead of doing the same, if you are in fact leaving an assistant.
Yep.
And then I need you to roll me a d10 plus your intelligence modifier.
All right. So Arcana and
investigation.
Both are 2d8, 2d6.
All right. I'm proficient at both of those. I think I got that. I got the Arcana. I got the Arcana proficiency.
You should be making the exact same roll twice.
Perfect. Okay, so in that case,
unless you're not proficient. Well, yeah, no, you're proficient in all skills as long as you're wearing the ring. So yeah, you're making the exact same roll twice. Which I'm re-rolling both of those. That is almost the exact same fucking roll. Holy shit.
It's effectively the exact same roll.
Whoa! What the fuck? What are the odds of that? That is a 71?
Yeah.
Because I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eights?
That 2d8 turned into 7. Very quick.
Damn, I've never seen that.
Why did you roll 2d12, 12?
Because he's savant, so he doubles his. He adds his proficiency to his modifier for the dice pool as well.
Oh.
So,
52, 42, 71, 32.
Yes. So the Arcanas was 31. So 32, 42. And
then you said a D10 behind that?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, D10, for both of us?
Yes, D10 plus intelligence modifier.
16.
Okay. So now I need a D4. I need one of you to decide who's rolling the D4.
Zev.
Actually, I'm sorry. Are you traveling together or splitting up? Because I remember something about uh, racing to save the most hostages.
Mm-hmm.
So in that
So I
case,
believe we were splitting up.
okay. So if y'all are splitting up, then I need one. I need a D4 from both of you.
2 for me.
And 2.
Reroll is that? Not that. Vert. Reroll. Okay.
1.
All right. So, leaving the room that the two of you were in immediately opens into a four-way intersection. Zevril goes straight. Vert goes to the left. And did you leave Matthew behind? You left Matthew behind, right? To eat the shadows? Or did you bring him with you?
Matthew is on the assistant.
Okay. Okay.
It's my simulacrum, so.
All right. Okay. Got you. So, that being said, so did that, Vert did that. Zevril, you find a staircase at the end of the hallway that you're fairly certain will lead you to the first hostage signature. Excuse me, that you, or rather the closest hostage signature that you are aware of. And navigating this hall is an eerie level of quiet that is only only familiar because of the amount of time you spend in the necropolis, or that you spent in the necropolis, or whether you spent in your pocket realm before turning it into the necropolis. And there's a tension on the back of your neck, as if something is keeping an eye on you, and you also,
Even while invisible?
yes, you feel like something is watching you.
Casting anti-scribe. Fuck that.
Okay.
And then in the mind link telling Vert to do the same thing.
You get music as feedback.
Honestly, he would accept that. He's like, if anybody's listening on they get music, that's fine, whatever. If he heard me, he heard me.
It's a counter scry. Yeah, I'll play some hold music. Do 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 do.
I could never. If I scried on somebody and I got hold music, I'm teleporting straight to you on site. I'm sorry.
So the and reaching the stairwell, you hear the first indication of noise echoing through the ceiling above you as you reach the next floor, and this legend lore is just blaring. And about 250 to 300 feet away, down a down three hallways and around several corners, you come to a room, and in this room is a young female with black fur and tails with two little nubs on her forehead growing backwards. She has golden eyes and a golden mane.
Not to be that guy, but if that is not a hostile, she is invisible.
Yes, I'm aware, but you have eyes that allow you to see invisibility, so I'm giving you the information anyway. Um, and
how are all of the hostiles reacting to the legend lore? If that's a weird question, I apologize, but is it uh, uh, jarring? Is it dissociate? Like, is it the distraction that I
you
thought?
have not found someone to see, like to actually confirm whether or not they're being disrupted in the way that you had hoped. The floor that you guys entered on was completely vacant, and the one that you just entered onto has been mostly empty, but you're hearing the reverberations of the legend lore from above you. So, like, and
Got you.
you said obnoxiously loud. So so I imagine that this is playing like taps loud, like the.
I mean, technically it's in their heads, but yeah, like I was basically trying to do the thing where, like someone, like if you had a
Earworm.
personal concert going on in your brain that was on max volume and you couldn't turn it down.
You got earworm.
But it's
Giving people
the
earworms.
BBEG's podcast of him talking about all the things that he's ever done.
Damn, that's some obscure information there, sir.
But if I see a girl in front of me, I will, since I'm invisible, she can't see me. I will quite literally just like she'll feel a breeze on her skin and a voice whisper in her ear, "Don't move, stay quiet." As one of the beetles will land on her and cast True Polymorph, the last warding action, and quite literally turn her into one of the beetles, so she's in the swarm, and we can get her the fuck out of here. And I will move on to the next one.
Okay.
And like I'm pretty much going to rinse and repeat that.
Okay. And Vyrtuous, down the left corridor, you are led, rather, you follow the left corridor as it begins to bend and then incline and spiral, and you're walking for a long time. You're walking for rather, you're running for what feels like at least a mile or two before this ramp effectively ends out in a workshop is the best way that I can describe it. There are prosthetic, or rather automated limbs or what appear to be automated limbs. Everything is shut down. Like there's not power running through this room at the moment. But you see a lot of devices that you are familiar with from walking through Zevril's Forge these last couple weeks, or this last month and a half. And in the archives of the Lorekeeper Sanctum, you know that some of these are servers, and you know that there's at least a singular matter printer in this workshop, and on one of the desks in this room, you see a little construct, a little automaton that is its wiring is calling to you. There's something wrong with it, and it's it is incapable of carrying out its normal directive. What do you do?
So this workshop is uninhabited. I can't sense anyone else in there.
There's no one else inside in the workshop.
Okay. Very intrigued. By the time Vert walked into the workshop, he probably looked like some kind of like a deva, practically. Well, not D&D deva, but like an Indian deva. He had multiple arms, multiple heads. He had been drawing on the walls with one head, making music with the other, just enjoying himself, taking in the architecture, taking in the environment. Despite the gravity of everything, he's still moving very quickly, but it's the journey, not the destination. Well, until he got to the destination. Once he was here, huh? Hey Zev, I found a workshop of some sort, but it's kind of quiet now. Let's see. He'd sit down cross-legged, stretch his arms out, and try to cast a. Oh, what's the word when you can look into the history of something? Claire. Is that again?
Psychometry.
Psychometry, yes.
Psychometry, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yes, psychometry spell. Try to see the history of this place.
How far back do you want to look?
I'd like to look back the last, almost like a speed run of the last 20 years or so, but more relevantly focusing on like, I guess, since these people have taken over, or since the shop was last in use.
Okay. So this is the Wii device you'd be seeing with the flickering lights and whirly camera. And what you are able to glean from this spell is that over the last 20 years, this workshop has gone from being regularly used to the state that it's currently in. It was a production point for the unit that was stationed here before. And there was a bloody mutiny, annexation, takeover led by the Sapphire, the Sapphire Blood Brigade when they took the facility about 12 years ago. And the scientists that used to man this workshop, or the engineers that used to man this workshop, worked for the Sapphire Bloods for a few years before impatience or ignorance. You're not entirely sure which one it was, but something led several of the Sapphire Bloods to beat the scientists to death with the tools and equipment that are scattered around, at which point the facility itself was closed off and left until you arrived. And this drone before you was actually used as one of the weapons to, or one of the tools that dispatched his creator.
Oh, ugh.
So,
This little guy.
yep.
Huh.
You
All
can
right,
see the
you.
blood splatter on the top of it a little bit, and some droplets on the rotors for the blades underneath.
Yikes. Well, you're more dangerous than you look, aren't you? And this place, it's a shame what happened to it. I guess it's mine now. Well, you were made for a purpose, and hopefully it wasn't just abject murder. Kind of squinted at as he placed it gently back down. And there was a lot of ambition here that never got to be fully recognized. Let's see if we can fix that. I would like to extend my aspect of creation to create bodies and try to draw the souls, or not the souls, but almost like the psychic echo of the people who were here before to continue work on whatever they were creating. Hey, Zev, I think maybe I found the perfect base of operations if we're going to turn this place into like a living thing. I think I found its heart.
And on that note, oh, sorry, you have a response?
Yeah, Zevril will just be like, you found. Wait, are you not even focusing on the hostages? Are you so fast that you don't care about our bet? Redoubling my efforts, hanging up now.
Oh, damn it. But the lore, people, we gotta care about people first.
How about this? I'll send. We'll leave a simulacrum there. I'll have my simulacrum meet up with your simulacrum, and they'll secondary mission. Still got to do the main mission.
Yeah.
Don't want to turn this thing into a living thing, and then there are people in here that get crushed, and I'm pretty sure there's a movie about that somewhere. I don't know, trans something. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's go be heroes, but like really quickly.
He starts looking through Vyrtuous's eyes and sees what he sees and goes, "Oh." Okay, yeah, we're coming back for this. Go ahead. Yeah, definitely. We're coming back for this. And just continues running.
Wondox.
Go for it.
You still running in circles?
I need to keep them in place, so yeah.
Okay, so that means we need a dexterity saving throw from you, sir. I need to read something that you're.
Got it.
Give me your core talent real quick, please. Can you drop it for me?
Which one?
Your freedom talent.
Oh.
I got it.
Got it? Okay.
Okay.
Putting it in session rules.
Thank you.
Oh, I was just gonna do it like that, but okay.
Mhm. Okay, so I need a wisdom saving throw from you. Sorry.
Okay. Wisdom is at a
You do have a plus 51. No, 52. Actually.
Okay, wisdom's at a 36. So I'm looking at God, I gotta go back up. 36 means I have 48 to mess around with.
Okay, so that's from you. This is from her.
Plus, he said how much? Ma?
52.
Okay, so it's 52 plus my, what is it? Not 36, but 13, is it? So
Yeah.
it's half my main number, right?
Your Brand, I'm sorry. What was the question? What you're adding?
Yeah, what am I adding?
36 is an 8. So.
Yeah, 36 is an 8. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I just saw it. That's on me.
You're good.
8.
This says
Oops, roll spot. Give me that. I take the 83, but I forgot to roll it here. Yeah. Alright. Now let me roll it here again because I messed up. 52 plus 8. Alright, there it is. 100. Hundo. Hundo.
I see you.
I don't get a lot of these from her, but god dang, it feels good to be a gangster.
Okay. So
Did I also get the plus 10?
okay. So what happens is she lunged at you.
Mm-hmm.
And she lunged just a little bit too early. At least that's what it felt like to you. That she lunged a little bit too early. As her arm comes out, it feels like it's in slow motion, primarily because it feels unavoidable that you will make contact with her. So she doesn't grapple you, but you do run into her arm.
So in a way of like I'm running, her arm comes out, she tries to grab me, it doesn't grab me. I hit my forehead on her arm, bounce off, and move around.
Yes. So if you want to give me a reflex save to continue running, you can.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will fall prone.
Okay. So my dex, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just to make sure I know what I'm not. Let me get my number again. Dex is the good old 42. So got 42 is that? Okay, got it. Am I adding Maha's fun joy beam to it or no?
You're welcome to if you want.
I will always add the Maha fun beam to my life. I do not run from Maha's fun time beam. Yeah, she's growling.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Almost done. Boom. Your number is 77.
Okay. You maintain your balance and continue running. However, you notice a red strand trailing from your neck.
Ah. Hmm.
And
Out of curiosity, is it okay? Now I'll ask: is it that chain she put on me? Where it's coming from?
yes, but it's
Ah.
it's separate from the chain. Like it's coming from the same spot as the chain,
Mhm.
but it
Not
it feels
connected.
like a separate energy. Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead. I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, did she get hit by the lightning bolt?
Yes, she did.
Why is she immune to stun then?
Um. Uh. She succeeded on her save, I think.
But she I don't know, like I forget turn order, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, she was stunned to the top of her round.
Okay.
Um.
Okay, then she's
Yeah.
yeah.
Homegirl, on the other hand, she is stuck. Um.
Yeah.
And this, you 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 feel this tugging on your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Um. And get this metallic taste in your mouth,
Yeah.
and you take 157 points of skewering damage.
Of what damage?
Skewering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're bleeding.
Ow. I guess this is what happened when you're just being disobedient. You said 150 on the dot?
157.
Okay, 57.
And the Maha.
Alright. My turn, correct?
No, it is your. Well, technically, it is your turn. It is concerning your person.
Yeah.
And you. Oh, that's right. He's grappled. So we have to make.
Yep, and
we have
he
to make
is
checks.
mundane, and he can't cast any spells or use anything magical for that matter. And he's grappled by 2 targets.
Mhm. This is information that I am aware of.
Yeah.
That's not the roll. That's not the roll. We're doing strength checks, and his is that, which translates to that. Okay, I know what I'm looking for. Mhm. 93 and 70 are the breakout checks.
Alright. So first check versus the 93. Oh, hold on. I could just make this roll twice. 1, 2. That did not roll the way it was supposed to. What? IRR 2. Oh,
Wow.
I'm
Yeah, it's like D15, D14. Now he's putting the R in there. That's why it's rolling. It's just he didn't put a number of like he put 15 D14 or rather D15 D14 plus 4.
Oh, I
Yeah.
put D instead of E.
No, you did uh you did D15 D14 plus 4 D14 and extrapolated.
Okay. Alright, this should fix it. Alright, 119 and 136. So he does not break out.
Okay.
Alright, so there's a couple things that are gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'm going to cast Mini Maha, who is holding him, is going to cast Tether Essence. I put it in the chat already. 2 creatures you see within range must make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage if they are within 30 feet of each other. Either creature can willingly fail the save. If either save succeeds, the spell has no effect. If both saves fail, the Features are magically linked for the duration, regardless of the distance. And if I opt to fail, it will still connect.
Where is this posted?
I put it in campaign chat. All the spells I put into campaign chat. I didn't want to flood session rules with spells.
Okay, got you.
So any damage that Mini Maha takes, Thrax will take that same damage, and vice versa. Next, the Mini Maha is going to cast Create Water on both of them, submerging them both in water.
Okay.
And then on his final action, he is going to cast Hollow, targeting dragons. And he is going to create a hollow field of vulnerability using lightning. So creatures of any type I choose, which I'm choosing dragons, and have a vulnerability to one damage type of my choice, which I'm choosing lightning. So he has a vulnerability to lightning, and he's covered in water. And I am going. How many? So what would cooking a lightning bolt do for action wise?
I mean, cooking a lightning bolt, like
holding it and trying to make it stronger.
Well, that is not a typical function of magic. So I'll say cooking a spell would yield you an additional 20% damage per round that you hold it.
Right, so it would be a 20% increase to the damage that it deals already.
Yes.
Gotcha. This is going to be cast at 10th level. And I am blasting this nigga and Mini Maha with a lightning bolt. And does being covered in water do anything?
It will.
Gotcha. So so 3 of these of 20. 197 damage. I rolled.
Damage.
Actually, I forgot to roll the explosions. I just re-roll the entire thing because holy, there are a lot of explosions here.
Let's see, 7.
I also explode on 5s and.
Okay.
5s and 4s.
Okay. So then, yeah, go for it.
Why he's rolling so? Do I get my actions or my run was?
Yeah, no, you get your actions.
Okay.
All right, 366.
366.
He is vulnerable to this.
He was already vulnerable to it, so you know.
Oh, I was just double checking.
Yeah, you're good.
He said most, so I had to make sure he wasn't part of that 1% that
he gets
wasn't.
double
No,
damage.
that is a racial vulnerability.
Got you.
Nah, he's double vulnerable now.
Yeah. But Mini Maha is vulnerable to it too, so he's also going to take that double damage on top of the damage that he takes, and then they're both covered in water. which I don't know what being covered in water does yet.
Doubles that double damage. It makes it quadruple damage.
Oh shit! I also have the 20%. My bad. Math time. Sorry. I'll be quick.
Man,
Be real quick, y'all.
Pulls out a calculator. What is 366 times 4?
I just want to let you know I planned this for 2 weeks.
Vulnerability is only double damage,
But being in water, though,
right. Yeah.
it has 0.5 more.
That's first. Okay. It's a pretty hefty shot. So he takes this.
I used math instead of just big numbers and a lot of rolls.
Big numbers go blur.
Blurp.
I didn't just roll 360 d8.
Yeah,
I had
Memorial. So that is did that to him, and clear this real quick. 366 times just okay. So Mini Maha takes 1098.
I know he's gone.
Yep. So he should also take 1098 too, right?
Brody took 1318. And so would they both take both damages?
Yeah, they both take both damages.
Okay.
Maha does not exist. He's in the void of erasing.
Okay.
What is a mini Maha?
We'll go ahead just to make this a tad fairer. Because there were things that happened last episode that. Okay. All right. You hit him, completely blast Mini Maha into oblivion, and he is looking solidly scorched.
Oh, if he doesn't die, then Mini Maha doesn't die.
Okay.
That is the good point of Tether Essence.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So
He is beaten, though.
yeah, he hurting. And Mojo, you will have the last actions for this evening, sir. So what would you like to be doing?
Wait, who's here?
Wondox, I'm sorry. You have the last actions for the evening. So
Okay, I keep it real simple. I lightning strike the girl who's stunned. I lightning strike the boy who is pissing himself on the ground. And for my intrepid pursuer, I would like to hit her 4 times with the lightning strike.
Okay.
Because she scares me. I need her to stop chasing me.
Oh, and quick thing, I would like to
Pause.
blast you one more time, just to
Okay,
You like
I'll
to what
let
now?
him blast, but I also would like to ask one other simple question: Is the chain around my neck magical? In essence,
Technically, but culturally, you know it's not. Like you're mad about it, but you know it's not magic.
4 times then.
Okay. My lord. Uh, 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 uh. Where did it go? Okay. I'm so sorry. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, you know the drill. Tell me who's getting hit with what.
Okay, well, dear God, hold on. Let me look at these numbers. Oh God, 115 is her. Because I'm mad. 81 is also her. 79 is girl. 70 is boy, and 66 is also my main threat.
Okay, so 115
81,
plus 81,
66.
66
Oh, there's all. I didn't even see the 97 down there. That's on me. She also gets the 97.
plus 97.
So boy gets. Let me know when boy gets 70 and girl gets 79.
Okay. Mama is losing. Buddy got. You said Buddy got 70?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Buddy is officially down for the kids out.
I was figuring.
And she got hit with
79.
79.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which drops her as well.
None of that nonsense again, please. What are they?
Wait, hold on.
So
She is unconscious. She
okay.
is in death saving throw state.
Okay.
He
There.
he is on his road to death, but he is also unconscious. Like so she's the unconscious where she could still like move, but if she moves too much, she will hurt herself. He's just flat out unconscious.
So he's making rolls. She's trying to get up.
Right. I mean, he's making rolls primarily because of the status effects, more so than the damage at this point. But yes, the two of them are effectively non-issues at this moment. We're gonna put this on her, and we're gonna clip that on him. Okay, and I'm presuming that's the end of your turn, yes? This has been that'll be where we end tonight. This has been another episode of Aspects and Envoys. If you enjoyed tonight's content, please consider hitting the like button, pressing that bell notification, and pressing hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, and pressing the notification bell so you get notified anytime we do anything here on the channel. I believe we have with the wrestling team, the showdown team has something for us on Monday. Tuesday, will we be returning with Marvelous Deceptions?
Yep.
Okay. Marvelous Deceptions on Tuesday. The Village Wednesday. Path to Insanity
Thursdays.
And then back here on Friday for episode 32 and the continuation of all of this. As usual, I've been your host, Soulsym Mirak. And with us this evening, we had the Zesty Zevril.
Zesty.
The Wicked Wondox.
Wicked.
The verbose Vyrtuous.
Verbosio. The verbosiest.
And the Mangler Maha.
Mango.
Till then, until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Sound effects.
Random sound effect boy.
Good night.
Not Soul's battery just dying through that
That nigga
outro.
said, "Choo, choo, 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 choo." All right, I can go.